Hi darlings, we're going to jump into your bonus, and this is the video I leave you for the 21st, so that's Monday. 18th was Friday. Yes, 21st is Monday. So if you want, you can save this video to watch on Monday. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to click out because you can reserve this for your tarot story that day. But if you're curious already, we're going from the point of your weekly. It was the King of Wands, okay? And I don't compare myself to other readers. I use my cards. So if the King of Wands is not even relevant for you, you don't even have to watch this, okay? I'm not a reader that like obligates you to stay, but it's going to be the Monday story. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So people ask me, can you describe the Ten of Swords simply, like don't overcomplicate it, and I will. The Ten of Swords in reverse means literally the swords fall out. The betrayal is over, or a lot of the big components of the story have already been lived through. It's a lived in tale, okay? So this is the 21st. I want to understand this person, first of all. Let's go to that. And also I'm planning next year. Okay, I'm going to use this video as the surprise. For next year in 2026, I'd love to meet you guys in person. So I'm going to try to organize with a friend how to do this in California. We're going to have a big meet and greet, and I think it's going to be maybe the first big Libra Light meet and greet that we're going to have. It's just going to take a lot of organization, okay? So I think I'll do that summer of next year, and we're going to pick some place in California. And that's just my beginning plans. I've been thinking of it for a while, at least for a year and a half, but I just didn't know how to do it. So we're going to discuss that in the future. Okay, let's begin. Let's try to understand the story for the 21st. You have defense. This is the Seven of Wands. So the story on Monday is that there's part of the story from this person. They take a personal offense to you, Libra. I think it's saying that they are on the defense. I don't feel very much that that's Libra energy, okay? Now, we know the Ten of Swords is falling out of their back, or this is the story. Monday, let's go 21st. What's Libra's card? Okay, so there's addictions here. We have, this is the Devil card, just to let you know. So that means that they have either been addicted to you, or they have some things here that they never got over your King of Wands. Okay, potentially from the weekly. We'll see here in a bit. Tarot is straightforward. The 78 cards are going to very much tell you what's going on in the story. More of Libra's side, please. Thank you. I don't know if I should have let that drop. Yes or no, okay? You would have wanted them to tell you from the beginning if the relationship to you was a go. You know, I'm sensing also with this being your side, the yes or no card, you would have liked it if it was clear, okay? And this person did not waste your precious time. I think there might even be a little bit of like, you hold that against them maybe, or the expectation is that they were always going to be clear with you. So we have a yes or no card on your side. We'll put that over there. You had another one, the Grave, okay? And maybe some of you now know that this person is Dunzo Completos with the Death card. And that's Scorpio, right? Because death is rebirth. My Libra could be going through a transformation in terms of relationships. You do not view them as happy-go-lucky unicorn rainbow, right? Like we always say unicorn rainbow tarot. The Grave is that maybe you want to also forget about them. Okay, I'm picking up a story for the 21st. I don't believe that it's over though. There's a little bit more details that we're going to get in this reading. Backstory, bottom of the deck, after shuffle. There's changes. Yes, we have changes incurring, changes. We said it last night. And we have, remember, this card in Beloved Dead, it talks about they want you to remember the past times. They would like you to think of them a certain way, okay, or to recall. I don't know if you agree with that. It just depends if the Libra's really satisfactory with this story. And I see that you want to put it to bed for those of you that are resonating. So on the 21st, they want to ask you to remember them. Interesting. Visitation is at the bottom of the deck. You could have been remembering certain specific things in the last 24 hours. Okay, so for the 21st, they would like to maybe even visit you in the future. They're asking you to remember something. Let's go for that in the jugular, and then you have the 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the boxing. This is communication. Now, I don't think it's the highest point of a reading if you have proof of communication, because with free will, they don't always use that. They're not always going to connect with you. It just says that they've been thinking about it at the very least. So we have an 8 of Wands in the thought space. Let's go to animals. For the 21st, what is the best advised action for my Libra? And we do have the highest receipt here. Aspire to higher wisdom with the giraffe. Okay, there's something maybe you missed by not going to the top of the situation, because the giraffe is able to see the whole safari, right? I don't know if those are keywords like barren desert, or maybe you live in a desert, Libra, in dry weather. Maybe you're more exposed to the sun now, like the giraffe is in this tale, okay? But it's like maybe you overlook something by not going above it and maybe just staying at eye level, because they can see everything, okay? These mofos can see from the very, very top. So there's something here with the giraffe. And you could have, by recalling a certain event, okay, it's like a detail that now you see clearer. So if you do that on the 21st, you're going above the story, okay, and you're seeing the greater lesson. That's one of your advices, giraffe. Giraffe. Let's see what else you got. Bottom of the deck is butterfly. I saw this in my pre-shuffle. It was meant to be. I'll tell you why, okay? There's an interesting thing. This is why I love cards. And I'm not saying everyone is going to resonate, because you won't. But there is a death card at the bottom of the deck. Just go with me for a little bit, okay? I know they're very different. They're very different from each other. But when you see Scorpio ever in your life, when it pans out in your awakening, don't you see dragonflies and butterflies? And we have that here. I'm just showing you something in congruence. It's a transformation, and butterflies are known as that deep thing. Okay. Now, intuitively, because these were my surprise reads, I want to tell you that they can see you're becoming a butterfly. You're more aware, you're more cognizant. Maybe some of you are more clairvoyant than usual. Okay. The message on the 21st is that because you stuck to that clairvoyance, and because you listen, okay, maybe more than talking sometimes, you're being led to the right path. There is another evidence here you're going to find, my beautiful Libra. You're going to find something that you missed with that giraffe being the message. So I would say actually this is the overall of the 21st, is you go above the story itself. Okay, remember there could be a missed detail here, or you find that out on the 21st, like it's an aha moment almost. So let's clean up and let's find out more about the King of Wands. For some of you, backstory. I want to look at this too. We'll do backstory, 10 of Swords reversed. Okay? We'll do the backstory and the 10 of Swords reversed. I'm going to stick with the deck I started with the weekly, okay? It's one of the smartest things that you can do. You're using a deck for continuity for those of you that want to continue to do this at home. And please follow along in the future. King of Wands. And I put all of the imagery close by. Angels, what's the 10 of Swords reversed? Thank you. Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups. Okay. They want to come out of the betrayal on the 21st, letting you know they have feelings for you. You see the attractive totem with Leo. I told you guys it was going to come out again. Okay. Queen of Wands could even be in Monday's readings. I won't be here. But just remember the cold tundra ice queen, who's usually very beautiful and astute and listening. They want your attention is what this tells me. Okay. Some of you might have a different download here. Maybe you want them back and it's completely fine. But we see here that they want your attention in a romantic way. You could have a Cancer in Pisces. Okay. Or this is a newer person who also wants your attention. They're a bit of an attractive person too. We got the King and Queen of Wands in the same reading. This is known as a divine pair. Okay. I'm just asking myself if you like them. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you resonate with them right now. Some of you will because of this card. In that way, they're newer. Okay. So I'm going to split it up right here. The Ten of Swords reversed for a past person. King of Cups, sorry-ish, like I got sorry. Six of Cups, they miss you. Okay, they could have Scorpio placements, or it's like an ascendant or a moon. We have the King of Cups here, and usually he's not this happy. He's usually really sad in the King of Cups if you have Radiant Wise or Rider-Waite. And he's here by his GTS, okay, Ferrari. And then we have the Six of Cups with a very sentimental missing you. I feel like they're more attracted to you than ever. And that's the message for the 21st is they look your way, okay, and they realize that the Queen of Wands was built on her own, or a lot of you did this self-retreat. Big message for the 21st is she's still compelling, okay? You might have a strong backstory as to why your spine is so strong, Libra, for the 21st, because here, maybe the backstory in and of itself impresses this King of Cups with the Scorpio placements. What is visitation? We did have, yeah, we had visitation card. Let's do that right now for the bonus. Monday for visitation, please. The clear and honest truth. Nine of Pentacles. We gotta do it fast because she's a herbivore. And we have the Moon card. A surprise visit for some of you. Maybe there's a person driving by your house, okay, without your knowledge because the moon is hidden. And you have the visitation card. This can also be somebody who spies on you with the moon and this particular oracle because it says, I have visited you and you have no awareness, okay? Which now in social media age, very easy for people to do, okay? I think that maintaining that you're a Nine of Pentacles, I still think this person feels like you've come into your own skin. And that's the message for the 21st. Do we want to clarify the Knight of Cups? Because I know most of the ladies like this when I clarify Knight of Cups. So incoming person, incoming. It almost fell down. Aries, okay? You could be dealing with an Aries Libra. They could be Libra too, Gemini, Aquarius. I think they want to start something new with you because they do believe you will be off the market, okay? They see your charisma. They see that you're a good person and you have honest eyes. They're just afraid you're going to be taken by somebody else, incoming person. They want a new journey. Past person now for the Six of Cups. They're worried what you think of them. Nine of Swords. They don't want to leave things bad, but I think they did, okay? Gemini. Doesn't mean they are a Gemini, but for some of you it was. 21st. Why are they worried? Thank you. Page of Swords. They don't want you to find out that they're spying with the Page of Swords. And on the 21st, I think they're still doing it too, okay? Now, they want to be more romantic in appearance. That's what it's talking about for a person that's been a Page of Swords. I just don't know what the objective, like you're worried. I get it, but what the heck are you trying to say here? Page of Swords, please. Please, can I know? Magician. Okay, that makes sense now. Knight of Swords with Aquarius. And you guys can see that he doesn't have a horse in this Knight of Swords. Aquarius is the motorcycle. This is someone who wants to come in and surprise you by their manifestations. Because if you want to break down the Magician, it's having every tool to do so. It's not that hard for them, right? That might be a little like mean to say, a little sassy. But they want to come in and tell you that the story has changed for them, okay? Because when you do readings, it's not always about the Libra. It's about there is something that has changed within my life. I'm seeing how you fit into my story, okay? I'm just telling you what the thinking pattern. Very, very entertaining for the 21st. And some of you could be getting into your summer body. You could have changed physically, radiantly, and also aurically too, okay? Like your aura is very different. Page of Cups, bottom of the deck with Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. They want it to be sincere, and you have a page parade going on the 21st. We're just missing the Page of Pentacles, but other than that, it's okay. We have most of them in my hand. I think it's out of nostalgia. You have a past person that is really feeling the Six of Cups lately. they might be reporting back on an old timeline or reviewing it, okay? Because Six of Cups is also review. All right. Let's do new love for the 21st. Let's do Five of Cups. Okay, it's sideways, so you have it in the going like this format. Five of Cups is Scorpio, so we have that going on. Let me just marinate. Judgment, Two of Cups, Four of Swords, the Chariot. You could definitely have a water sign because I have it 3 times. With Judgment being Scorpio too. Some of you are really dealing with a Scorpio. You have it 3 times in the reading, and then a Libra's over there too with the Four of Swords. These are all Scorpio cards. All of them are. Okay, the message for that is that someone wants the same thing as you in terms of long term. They want a Two of Cups. It's very, very clear. I told you in the weekly that divine union can thrive in this kind of energy. And there's lots of surprises. You have manifesting from a magician, and you also have the moon, which is hidden feelings that you don't know yet. Okay, it has to play out always with the moon. We do have a new moon in Leo, and what does that tell us about things going on for the week? It's energetic. A lot of people want your attention, keyword with Leo. Also, Leos are natural stars. They're put out in front. Okay, look at Leo celebrities too. One of them is Jennifer Lopez. So we have the Two of Cups here, okay? Let's see in terms of the Two of Cups, what does it mean for Libra's well-being? You have the Five of Swords again, Justice, and I'm not going to check anymore. We're going to save it for the next story. Five of Swords, 7, the Four of Cups. So you have 2 4s here, and just remember I put 1 down. You have 2 4s. They feel a missed opportunity. Pretty bad on the 21st. You have the Four of Cups there. But it's based out of a milestone you have experienced. Some of you, it's a work experience that pushed you up, okay? Like a promotion, or you put all of your energy there because they're seeing that you did that well. And look at all the work outfits too. They all match. It's like they all work at Target. And then we have 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. It's based out of watching you too much and pain, but never pulling an action, okay? They spend a lot of energy in this. This is low vibrational. 5 and 7 of Swords, very low vibrational. Even though good signs are attached to the card, it's Aquarius, and that's the age of Aquarius. If they turn that a little bit and move toward you with a motivational sense, these cards, I mean, just to do that in the moment, very unimpressive, okay? And that's coming from a loving Libra. If I say that's unimpressive, it's because it's a lot of watching. And deceit, perhaps, for some of you that were in third parties. Third parties are the most painful thing you can do because you're eliminating somebody's thoughts in that. You're taking one person out so you can make inclusivity for people that don't even need to be there. So that's my opinion on third party. If you've ever been in one too, you know how painful and unfair it is. So sorry for the strongness there. Clarify the Four of Cups for the 21st. How do they view Libra now? You are having a good life. 3 of Cups. Libra is getting together with people. There could be some celebrations here, or maybe someone has seen you go through a reunion that meant a lot to you. The 3 of Cups can also talk about like your immediate family, your people in life. You could talk about like being with your brother and sister, hanging out with your grandparents, but they're seeing celebrations. That's why they feel left out. 4 of Cups, missed opportunity, bored. Also, main message for the 21st, please. 2 of Pentacles. I think it leaves you sometimes wondering what could have been, or if this person showed up for you, if they were a different kind of person with the 2 of Pentacles. You're very uncertain if you want to give them maybe another chance, or some of you view them as a 4 of Cups now. And maybe you're deciding on a big flip in your life too, Libras. So picture your higher self always when you do decision making. What is the 3 of Cups then? Was it true and did it really happen? 8 of Wands, okay? Ace of Cups. I love this combination. The last thing here for the 21st is that the communication that you're receiving, because I take this as like you're receiving finally, Ace of Cups. It can be from somebody better, okay, more suited to you, or these are messages of compassion with the Ace of Cups, because you have a big thing here. Did you have another Eight of Wands? I feel like you, oh, you did. You had it in the Oracle. Communication warranted, but communication in a tarot card too. So I think it's very bright that you answer clearly. The message is, if you saw from the giraffe card, let's go back to, okay, I don't have it anymore. The giraffe, do I? Because it'll make the download much better. Yes, okay. When you saw above the whole story, okay, and when you saw it for what it was, your communication gets to reflect that. And it's maybe for some of you, the betrayal itself, the 10 of Swords from this King of Wands, is the reason you grew. Okay, your ascension looked better. A lot of you felt better after receiving the truth, because again, the giraffe sees all the bull crap and all the stinky poops below. And you get to tell it like it is. I think you also get to answer them in a way where it's clear and it's to the point. And it's also about your discoveries on the 21st. So that's the communication there. Another way I can interpret this too is that they communicate maybe to you, this is incoming, and you get to speak your mind. Either way, it's speaking your mind. Thank you guys. I hope it made sense, and I also hope it was highly resonant. You can use this too in your environment, okay, to be clear with others and set up better relationship boundaries for yourself, because after all, you have learned to see high above the situation. Thank you guys.